that bit. Hang on. Okay, so guys, come on in. Hi guys.
Hiya.
We're doing an oil change, as you can see in the video. This is a bit sped up, so you know we're not recording as well. We're actually doing it. We did try that, but it came out a bit crazy because there was lots of people saying lots of different things. Me, Claire, Steve, and Ian. We got to change the oil. We had to change the oil on all three of the Indians. Two you see in the background now, and the black one that will appear shortly.
And the dog as well.
Oh,
She
yeah.
helped.
Yeah, the dog out. Now then, we always do our own oil changes. Anybody can do their own oil change if they really want to. If you don't want to, fine, don't do it yourself. You need to be able to get your bike level. You need to have everything you need there to do the job. If you want to do your own oil change, it's as simple as read the manual. If you're confident with the instructions in the manual, then go ahead, try it yourself. I'm not telling you how, because that's not what this is for. This is just what we have to do. You know, the YouTube says family life.
And again, make sure you get everything ready. Unlike us, where we're hunting around for where we put the oil filters, where we put, as you can see, where the oil drain cans go in.
And where we're going to get rid of the oil.
And where we're going to get rid of the oil once we've done.
Now we're supposed to be sorting something out, but
it's still in barrels in the garden at the moment.
yeah, we have got somewhere for it to go. We're lucky like that. But you know, I mean, I've never tried this, but I suppose if you go to your local garage, they'll get rid of it for you.
Or the recycling centres.
Yeah, the recycling centres do have a way of getting rid of it. But whatever you do, if you do change your own oil, get rid of your old oil. You know, be responsible. Yeah, don't dump it down your drain because it messes up all sorts of shit. And if you're not confident, don't do it. I mean, you know, it's simple tools.
Plenty of tissue.
Yeah, plenty of tissue. You need plenty of tissue. But it is simple tools. You know, it's a spanner to remove the oil drain plug, which you will find when you look in your manual. A spanner to remove your oil filter, which is quite a simple tool. Get the right one, and it's easy to use. Whatever one's easy to use. Find out how much oil you're supposed to put in your bike.
Again, use manual. Some of the websites tell you different things, so generally use your manual. Or if not, look it up on the site that your bike comes from.
Yeah, that's what we did. Again, that's what we do every time.
Yeah, because we always forget. So it is funny because the amount of times we do it, we get in there and we're going, right, okay, how much does this take? We should know by now, we've had them long enough.
Yeah, we've done enough oil changes as well. I mean, I don't know how many we've done.
We try and do them in a proper riding season where we're out every weekend. We'll try and do them at the beginning and at the end. That way you know you got good oil in your bike and it will stay hopefully working properly.
Yeah.
But this time, this is the first one we've done, and we've not really ridden as much as we usually do.
So it's been pretty much a year since we did the last one.
Yeah.
You've got to be careful, make sure you choose the right oil. You know, don't skimp on oil, it's not worth it. Don't use car oil, because most motorcycle engines have a wet clutch, which means the oil has to allow for the friction in the clutch plates. I might be going over somebody's head, but basically the clutch in a car is dry. The clutch on a motorcycle is wet and it has the oil from the engine going around the clutch. And if that's car oil, it just won't work. It'll just buggy your clutch up.
Oh yeah, there's Katie. As you can see, in between times, we just have a laugh. Steve's sorting something out on his bike. I think he's getting the... he's putting something away. Or
He's doing something.
something.
Isn't he? You know?
He's always fiddling about with something on his bike.
Same as Ian, really. He's just
Yeah.
we just fitted the sound system onto his bike using a Bluetooth amplifier.
Yeah, he's working on his one out of the picture because he said he didn't want to get him in the way. But if you've got a garage or you've got, even on the side of the road, we've managed to do it.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
have.
bit tricky,
Yeah, it's not advisable.
not advisable, but if you've got a decent enough driveway, you know, you can do it. There you go, there's Pig.
Yeah, that's the dog.
The dog. Coming in to give a hand. And lots of kisses at times.
Yeah. No, just, I mean, you know, you can't see much because we didn't want to make an instructional video because we didn't want to be responsible for anybody messing the bike up. So we thought, well, you know, we'll just make a video of us doing it, basically. So we've done the two bikes at the back. We're just finishing this one off now. We're just waiting for the oil to drain. That's the most tedious part of it. It takes forever.
Hence why we've sped it up a bit.
Yeah, we have spent it a bit. That's why I look like a penguin when I'm waddling around.
And luckily I'm not in shop very often, so that makes it easier.
Yeah, you got away with it this time.
I did, yeah.
You didn't do a lot at all, really. Usually, you know...
Usually I'm under there getting my hands dirty, but this time round I was flitting about doing other bits and pieces and left the boys to it, which is handy
Left
sometimes.
the boys to it. Cool, what a tart. But yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, get the bike level. If you haven't got anything to hold the bike level, get something. Because at some point, you've got to take your rear wheel off to change the rear tyre. You know? And while it's up on some kind of stand like, it's an ideal time to have a look around your bike, make sure everything's alright. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You know? You know, people ride bikes at a fair old pace. So, if it's not safe, you need to know. You know, learn about your bike. It makes it much more fun. And if you understand how it works, if something goes wrong, you can usually, you know...
Have a bit of a look.
Yeah.
Even if you look at it, go, not something I can do, right, let's get a mechanic in.
Yeah, I mean, we do that. Don't get me wrong. If there's something on this bike that I can't do, no, I'll just do it.
Tony's had enough experience with different bikes to pretty much put his hand to everything.
Apart from the electronics.
Yeah.
The modern electronics in motorcycles are, you know, just way above my head. It all comes down to computers and stuff. But I mean, you know, you can buy the tools that you need to do jobs like this. I mean, you need a torque wrench, you need a spanner for the oil filter. It's a weird spanner. It's
Something comfortable to lay on as well.
Oh god, yeah, somewhat comfortable. So I'm laying on a dog bed.
Yeah, which the dog isn't happy about most of the time. Yeah, there's Ian.
So yeah, I mean, you know, have a go at it if you want to. But if you don't want to, nobody's going to judge you for it. I mean, I probably, I don't know, I ain't got a percentage, but probably most people will take, that's an oil spanner, that one. Oh, thing spanner. Going back where it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you want to have a go, have a go. If you're not confident enough to do it, if you know the guy that works on your bike, well, next time he does a service, if you want to do the one after that, ask him if you can, watch him do it. You know, ask him. He can only say no. Some of them would say no, you're not allowed in the workshop, blah blah blah. But most of the guys that we go to are quite happy to sort of
give you a hand to, or at least show you how to do it.
Yeah.
There are even some. There was on one of the news programs ages ago where you could actually rent a.
Oh yeah,
bike,
it was on one of the TV programs. What's his name? The blonde guy.
Who does all the bikes?
Oh,
and
that does the bike show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bike shed.
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
whatever. Something like that. He a while ago came across a guy who rents out space in his in a workshop. Yeah.
Yeah, in an actual garage where he's got all the tools, so that people could go along, and there was a mechanic there.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
he would
the mechanic,
help people,
and he would actually help people do it, which is fantastic. If you've got a friend who sort of,
knows what he's doing,
your hand.
Get him to walk you through it. Just be careful. I mean, especially with the drain plugs. The engine on your bike is more than likely alloy, and the drain plugs are steel.
Oh, there she is.
And
giving kisses.
Let's be honest. If you over tighten a steel drain plug into the bottom of an alloy engine, you'll strip the thread. And if you strip the thread of an engine, it's strip the engine down, send it out, get it re-drilled and re-threaded, and then you got an odd-sized drain plug.
And if you've got a dog, you'll probably get a lot of kisses.
Yeah,
while you're trying to do it.
Steve's getting mullered while he's trying to do something else.
And that's quite normal.
Yeah, Pete's quite normal like that.
You can start the bike up around her, she doesn't care, she'll stay asleep in one place, and no matter what you're doing, she'll try and get involved and usually sit in the way, unless someone else calls her.
So now it's just a case of sitting and waiting for the bike to drain, and then we'll put the oil back in. The manufacturers have a specific amount of oil to put in the engine. The best advice I can give you is stop about 250 mil before that point. Run the bike, go for a run on it. Don't go far, don't go a million miles. When you get back, check your drain plugs, make sure they're tight, make sure there's no drips. Check your oil filter, again, make sure that's tight, make sure there's no drips on that one, and check your oil level. Then fill it up to the right level. So you're there, you're done, you're finished, you're complete.
Next time you go out on the bike, your oil's okay. But when you come back, again, give it another check. It's always worth having a couple of checks.
Always check your oil. Oils, fluids, any kind of fluids in a bike, keep an eye on them. Make sure they're kept up, because if you look after an engine, it'll run forever. If you don't, it won't. It's as simple as that. It'll just pack up on you when you least want it to.
Usually when you're about a million miles away from home.
Oh yeah, the other bike, Steve's bike. Oh,
poor Steve lost his, the rectifier broke on his bike, which
we couldn't get where we was.
So he had to have it trailered back over, which in the end took him about 24 hours.
No, it was something stupid. We set off from there at about 7 o'clock in the morning. And he got back at 10 o'clock at night. It took 15 hours to do a 3-hour journey.
Yeah.
And it was just such a letdown. And that was, that was a professional, Oh.
That's Ian. Getting in the way as usual.
That was professional.
More tissue.
So, if your bike don't break down, you don't have to have a trailer back. And that always ruins a good trip.
The worst bit was he had all the camping gear, so we had to share it out again.
Yeah, that was no. Actually, we sent it back with him, didn't we?
Not all of it.
No, we did. We got it. We got it on the bikes to get it across the ferry.
Oh, that was it. And then we left it all with him.
On the other side of the ferry. Yeah, because that was the worst part. We were on the Isle of Wight, which is part of the British Isles, and he's tow company wouldn't pay for the
ferry crossing.
for the tow truck.
So you had to wait for someone over in the Isle of Wight, then
Push the bike
on the ferry.
Yeah.
And it was a Victory cross country, so not a little bike, not quite as heavy, thankfully, as the Indians, but it was still.
He did fall over.
He did fall over, yeah. Which we were all sitting there waiting to go on the boat, and
along with about 200 or 300 other bikers, because we've been across there for the over the edge rally on the Isle of Wight, which is a charity rally for don't know what actually.
He changes it, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does it for a specific charity.
Was it a different one each time?
Yeah, it usually is. Yeah. So that's one of the best rallies to go to, actually, the Isle of Wight rally. And
absolutely
hopefully,
fun.
I mean, now we're still in lockdown, so we've missed this year's. So we've missed 2 years of rallies. You know, I mean, we don't go to many because we like to ride, and getting absolutely rat-assed means you can't ride the next day.
And the next route is going to be, hopefully, Scotland.
Yeah, we want to get that organised.
Which may end up being next year now, but again,
yeah, I think it will.
Good route to go round the
north coast of Scotland. The long way round.
Yeah. The very long way round, and usually soggy way round, as we've heard here and there. You get lovely days, which fantastic when you're riding, and then you get soggy ones.
Yeah.
So
I've got videos put up of Ian doing his trip home from his visit to see his family in Bolton. All I've done is I've just cut out the excerpt where he went through Snake's Pass, because I think that's the best part of the journey he did, to be honest. That's waiting, that's coming up soon.
and hopefully we'll have some more rides as we come out of this.
Trying to get it sorted
lockdown
out as well, so that I can do some little interviews with
different riders,
different people who run different CAFs and bikers meets and stuff like that, and that's about it really. Yeah, keeping in touch. I want to give a shout out to Dibber in the Wind. Amazing guy. Check out his videos if you haven't seen him already. He's he's a real, I mean, his videos are amazing. Sort of what gave me my idea to start doing this. So, well, check out his vids. Full of good information. One of his latest ones is looking at the new laws the government's on about doing for gatherings of people and how it might affect the biker community. So yeah.
Yes. Last bit is Tony starting his bike up, making sure it's running right, and again you get to know the sound of your engine as you're riding. Reason we're indoors is because it's absolutely tipping it down outside. Although it looks sunny through the doors.
It's not.
It really isn't.
No, it's pissing it down.
Which again is another good reason to do your oil change.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It was like, well, do we ride? No, it's raining. Right, oil change then. Again, having the bits ready means that you're then not running around going, oh my goodness, I've taken the oil out, now I need to find some.
But if you don't want to do it, fine, don't do it. Yeah, that's some oil that Claire's son bought for his bike.
Same oil that we use, but I don't think it
wasn't the same oil we used.
No.
It was a different oil.
Different
but
oil.
The same specific weight.
Yeah, had the same numbers on it, so that's about as good as I know.
But yeah, this is just our life, and this is what this channel's supposed to be about. Hopefully I can get some more videos of us chatting and fucking about and doing stupid shit, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens where that's concerned. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, and we'll catch you later on. Keep it rubber side down and shiny side up, and stay safe, guys.
Enjoy.